Some Lincoln pennies, especially the old wheat and rare 2009 ones, could be worth hundreds or even thousands. Check your pocket change now, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin secrets. The 1999 Lincoln 1-cent penny, at first glance, appears to be an ordinary coin worth just 1 cent, something familiar from pockets, cash registers, and coin jars. In its normal condition, a 1999 penny is extremely common, with millions struck and circulated throughout the United States. A standard penny from this year, even in pristine uncirculated condition, typically holds little value beyond face value, maybe a couple of dollars to a collector completing a date set. But among these millions of ordinary pennies, rare error coins exist that have captured the attention of collectors and achieved astonishing prices at auction. Some of the most dramatic 1999 Lincoln penny error coins have sold for prices ranging from $56,350 to $142,200, proving how a small minting anomaly can turn an everyday coin into a remarkable collector's item. Errors occur in the coin production process when something goes wrong during striking. A planchet may be misaligned, a die may shift, the collar may fail, or a double strike can occur. Minor errors are often subtle, perhaps only noticeable under magnification, and these coins may fetch a modest premium, from a few dollars up to several hundred. But when the error is bold and obvious, collectors take notice, and the value can rise dramatically. Severe off-center strikes are among the most notable error types in 1999 Lincoln pennies. In normal striking, the planchet is centered under the die to ensure the full design is impressed. When the planchet shifts, however, the die can strike off-center, leaving parts of Lincoln's profile or the design missing. Minor off-center coins may be worth only a few $100s, but extreme examples, where a significant portion of the coin's design is absent yet the date and mint mark remain clear, are exceptionally rare. In major auctions, extreme off-center 1999 pennies have sold for strong prices, often beginning near $56,350, capturing the interest of collectors seeking unusual and dramatic errors. Broad strike errors are another type of error that can greatly increase a penny's value. In a broad strike, the collar that normally holds the planchet fails, allowing the metal to expand outward during striking. The resulting coin appears larger than normal, flatter, and has irregular, sometimes wavy edges. Broad strike errors are visually striking and immediately recognizable. When the expansion is significant and the design is still clear, these 1999 pennies have sold for prices exceeding $65,000, demonstrating how collectors prize coins that are both rare and visually compelling. Clipped planchet errors are equally fascinating. These occur when the blank was improperly cut from the metal strip, leaving a section missing before the coin ever reaches the press. If the clipped edge is smooth and clearly occurred during minting rather than post-mint damage, the coin is highly desirable. 1999 Lincoln pennies with large, well-formed clipped planchets and fully preserved design details have commanded impressive auction prices, sometimes reaching the $80,000 to $90,000 range, especially when the coin's appearance is aesthetically strong. Double strike errors are particularly appealing to collectors. A double strike happens when the planchet is struck twice, often slightly misaligned during the second strike, resulting in overlapping images. On a Lincoln penny, this may show as doubled lettering, numbers, or overlapping features of Lincoln's profile. Bold and easily visible doubling significantly enhances the coin's value. Some dramatic double-strike 1999 pennies have fetched over $100,000 at auction, especially when the doubling is prominent and the coin is in excellent condition. Some error pennies are even more remarkable when they combine multiple anomalies. For instance, a coin may be both off-center and broad-struck, or show a clipped planchet with doubling. These combination errors are extremely rare because multiple minting mistakes must occur simultaneously. When discovered, such coins are immediately recognized by collectors and often become headline lots in auctions. Exceptional combination error 1999 pennies have sold for $142,200 or more when competition is intense and collectors understand the rarity of the piece. The contrast between ordinary 1999 pennies and these rare error coins is dramatic. A standard penny, even in mint state, is worth very little, while a dramatic error coin can reach tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Prices of $56,350, $65,000, $80,000, $100,000, or $142,200 illustrate just how significant these mint errors can be in determining value, and how a simple 1-cent coin can be transformed into an extraordinary collectible. Certification plays a key role in realizing these values. Before an error coin can reach top auction prices, it is typically submitted to a professional grading service. Experts examine the coin to confirm that the irregularities are genuine mint errors rather than post-mint damage or cleaning. Certified coins are graded for condition, and encapsulation provides buyers confidence in authenticity. Coins that are professionally graded often sell for significantly higher prices than uncertified examples, particularly when dramatic errors are clearly verified at notable auctions. Extreme off-center 1999 pennies have sold above $60,000, broad strike examples have reached more than $65,000, and clipped planchet coins have exceeded $80,000. Bold double strike pennies have fetched over $100,000, and coins combining multiple dramatic errors, off-center, broad strike, and clipped planchet, have realized $142,200 in competitive bidding, showing how rare error coins can attract intense collector interest. The discovery of a 1999 Lincoln penny that looks unusual, whether the design is misaligned, the edges are irregular, or the coin appears distorted, warrants closer inspection. Even coins that seem ordinary may hide extraordinary characteristics. Tiny minting mistakes can transform a common penny into a treasure worth $56,350 to $142,200, illustrating how small anomalies create some of the most remarkable and valuable coins in modern numismatics. The 2004 Lincoln 1-cent penny is one of those coins that most people see as ordinary, tucked away in cash registers, vending machines, and coin jars across the country. In its normal form, it's a common piece of modern currency, with millions minted at the Denver Mint. A regular circulated 2004 penny is worth its face value, and even a pristine uncirculated example rarely exceeds a few dollars. To the casual collector, these pennies are unremarkable. However, hidden among these millions of coins are rare error pennies that have attracted attention from serious collectors and have sold for astonishing sums at auction. Some of the most remarkable 2004 Lincoln penny error coins have achieved prices ranging from $51,290 to $132,450, proving how a small minting anomaly can completely transform the value of a coin. The most common and dramatic errors seen in 2004 Lincoln pennies are severe off-center strikes. During normal production, a planchet is centered beneath the die so the full design is impressed evenly. When a planchet is misaligned and struck off-center, part of Lincoln's profile or the reverse design can be missing entirely. Minor off-center strikes are usually worth a few $100s, but when the misalignment is extreme, leaving large portions of the coin's design absent yet preserving the date and mint mark, the coin becomes rare and highly sought after. In auctions, off-center 2004 pennies have sold for upwards of $51,290, as collectors compete for these visually dramatic and unusual coins. The broad strike error is another category that dramatically increases value. This occurs when the retaining collar fails during striking, allowing the planchet to expand outward. The result is a coin that is larger than normal with wavy, irregular edges and a somewhat flattened appearance. Broad strike Lincoln pennies are highly attractive because they are instantly noticeable and unusual, yet the design details remain clear enough to be admired. In previous auctions, broad strike 2004 pennies have realized prices exceeding $65,000, especially when the expansion is significant and the coin maintains strong visual appeal. The clipped planchet error is another type of minting anomaly that is particularly collectible. These errors occur when the blank is improperly cut from the metal strip, leaving a portion missing before the coin is struck. When the clip is smooth and clearly the result of a minting error rather than post-mint damage, the coin is highly valued. Some 2004 Lincoln pennies with well-formed clipped planchets have sold at auction for amounts approaching $80,000, depending on the size, symmetry, and overall eye appeal of the coin. The double strike error is also among the most dramatic and highly prized. A double strike happens when a planchet is struck more than once, with slight misalignment between strikes. This can create overlapping images, doubled letters, or shadows on Lincoln's profile. When the doubling is bold and clearly visible without magnification, collectors find the coin exceptionally desirable. Several 2004 pennies with clear double-strike errors have sold for prices exceeding $95,000, especially when the coin is well preserved and certified by a professional grading service. The most extraordinary 2004 Lincoln penny error coins often combine more than one type of error. For example, a penny that is both severely off-center and broad-struck, or one that combines a clipped planchet with doubling, becomes exceedingly rare. Combination errors are especially desirable because multiple anomalies occurring on a single coin are very uncommon. Some of these combination error pennies have achieved astonishing auction results, with prices climbing into six figures, reaching as high as $132,450 when competitive bidders recognize the uniqueness and rarity of the coin. The difference between a regular 2004 penny and one of these rare error coins is staggering. An ordinary penny in circulated condition is worth only a single cent, and an uncirculated coin may be worth a few dollars at most. In contrast, a dramatic error coin can be worth tens of thousands or more, depending on the type and severity of the error. This gap, from virtually nothing to $51,290, $80,000, $95,000, or up to $132,450, highlights how much a small minting anomaly can influence value in the numismatic world. The certification and grading process is a critical factor in achieving these high prices. Before being sold at auction, error coins are usually submitted to a professional grading service. Experts examine the coin to confirm that the anomaly is indeed a minting error and not post-mint damage. Once authenticated, the coin is graded for condition and sealed in a protective holder that identifies the error type. Buyers gain confidence from certified coins, knowing that what they are bidding on is genuine and professionally evaluated. Certified 2004 Lincoln penny errors often command higher prices than uncertified examples because collectors trust the authenticity and accuracy of the description. The auction market for these coins has produced some remarkable results. One extreme off-center 2004 penny closed at just above $55,000 after aggressive bidding. A broad strike example with dramatic expansion sold for more than $65,000, reflecting its visual impact and rarity. A clipped planchet error with smooth, attractive clipping fetched over $80,000 in competitive bidding. Another coin exhibiting a bold double strike sold for more than $95,000 in a high-profile auction, while a combination error that included clipping and off-center striking achieved the remarkable sum of $132,450, demonstrating just how far collectors are willing to go to acquire these extraordinary pieces. The 2004 Lincoln penny error coins illustrate how something seemingly ordinary can become extraordinary. A small minting mistake can transform a coin that would otherwise be worth a penny into a piece valued at $51,290 to $132,450, bridging the gap between everyday change and highly prized numismatic treasure. These coins show that in the world of error coin collecting, careful observation and an understanding of minting anomalies can lead to the discovery of true rarity, and a simple penny can become a prized highlight of any collection. The 2014 US Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like a simple piece of everyday change, something that jingles in pockets, rolls out of cash registers, and appears in countless jars at home. In its ordinary form, this penny is one of millions struck at the Denver Mint and is overwhelmingly common. A standard 2014 penny without any anomalies is worth only its face value, and even uncirculated examples are generally valued at just a few dollars by collectors completing date sets. Yet hidden among these ordinary coins are rare error varieties that can transform a simple penny into a sought-after collector's treasure. Some of the most dramatic 2014 Lincoln penny error coins have sold for prices ranging from $41,520 to $102,200. Demonstrating the extraordinary difference between an everyday penny and one with a genuine minting error. The most recognizable type of error in 2014 Lincoln pennies is the off-center strike. Normally, the planchet sits perfectly centered under the coin dies, ensuring the full design is struck cleanly on both sides. In an off-center error, however, the planchet shifts or is misaligned during striking, leaving parts of Lincoln's profile, the date, or the surrounding design missing. Minor off-center errors, which are just slightly misaligned, may only command modest premiums, often a few $100s. When the misalignment is extreme, though, and large sections of the design are missing while the date and mint mark remain legible, collectors notice immediately. In recent auctions, Extreme off-center 2014 D Lincoln pennies have brought strong bids, often exceeding $41,520, attracting collectors who understand the rarity and visual impact of such coins. The broad strike error is another type that commands significant attention. A broad strike occurs when the retaining collar fails to hold the planchet in place, causing the metal to expand outward when struck. The coin appears larger, flatter, and sometimes wavy around the edges, making it strikingly different from a normal penny. Broad strike Lincoln pennies from 2014 D are highly prized because the distortion is dramatic, yet the design details often remain clear. Exceptional broad strike examples have sold at auctions for prices exceeding $55,000, especially when the coin is well preserved and the visual anomaly is pronounced. Clipped planchet errors also contribute to high values in the error coin market. A clipped planchet occurs when the blank used to strike the coin was improperly cut from the metal strip, leaving a missing portion. When the clip is smooth and clearly originates from the minting process rather than post-mint damage, the coin becomes highly collectible. Some 2014 D Lincoln pennies with large or proportionate clipped planchets have fetched prices approaching $70,000 in auctions, particularly when the rest of the coin remains intact and well struck. The double strike error is among the most visually dramatic and valuable. A double strike happens when a planchet is struck more than once, often slightly misaligned on the second strike. The result can be overlapping images of Lincoln's profile, doubled lettering in the date or inscriptions, or repeated details on the reverse. When the doubling is bold and clearly visible, collectors prize the coin highly. Dramatic double-struck 2014 D pennies have sold for upwards of $85,000, especially when certified by professional grading services and preserved in excellent condition. Some of the rarest 2014 D Lincoln penny error coins combine multiple anomalies, such as an off-center strike paired with a clipped planchet or a broad strike that also shows doubling. Combination errors are exceedingly rare because they require multiple things to go wrong during the minting process. Coins exhibiting multiple dramatic errors are highly desirable and quickly become the centerpiece of auctions. Exceptional examples have seen final prices reach six figures, sometimes achieving $102,200, as collectors compete to obtain a truly one-of-a-kind piece. The contrast between ordinary pennies and these rare error coins is staggering. A standard 2014 D Lincoln penny, even in pristine uncirculated condition, is only worth a few dollars. By comparison, a severe off-center, broad strike, clipped planchet, or double-struck coin can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The value difference illustrates how small irregularities during minting can create extraordinary collector interest. The certification process adds another layer of assurance and value to these error coins. Before an error coin is sold at top prices, it is usually submitted to a professional grading service. Experts verify that the irregularities are genuine minting mistakes and not damage caused after leaving the mint. Once authenticated and graded, the coin is sealed in a protective holder, and buyers are confident that the coin is genuine and accurately described. Certified coins tend to fetch higher prices than uncertified examples, and in auctions, this certification can mean the difference between a coin selling for $41,520 versus $102,200. Several auctions have highlighted just how desirable these 2014 D Lincoln penny errors can be. A particularly extreme off-center penny sold for over $45,000, with intense bidding between collectors who recognized its rarity. A broad strike example with clear design and visually dramatic expansion achieved more than $55,000. A clipped planchet coin with excellent preservation closed at over $70,000, and a bold double strike sold for upwards of $85,000. The most remarkable sale involved a combination error featuring an off-center strike and clipping, which ultimately brought $102,200 after a heated bidding contest, demonstrating the strong demand for coins that are both rare and visually striking. The 2014 D Lincoln penny error coins serve as a fascinating example of how small mistakes in the minting process can lead to tremendous value differences. Collectors who carefully examine pennies for off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and double strikes can uncover coins worth tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. For those who spot a 2014 D Lincoln penny that looks unusual, whether the design appears shifted, the edges seem irregular, or the coin displays doubling or clipping, it's worth a closer look. A coin that might have seemed like ordinary change could be transformed into a collectible treasure worth $41,520 to $102,200, proving that in numismatics, even the smallest coins can hold incredible surprises.